The Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball, co-starring Gail Gordon.
Mr. Mooney!
In here. In here.
Oh, there you are. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mrs. Carmichael. I want to thank you for giving up your weekend to come over here and help me catch up on my work.
Well, it's a pleasure, and I think you're being very fair paying me time and a half.
Better than that, you are getting portal-to-portal pay.
Portal-to-portal pay? What does that mean?
That means that your pay begins from the time you leave home.
Oh.
And when did you leave home?
When I was 16.
I mean this morning.
Oh, I left about 8 o'clock. I wanted to do some window shopping. Mr. Mooney, do you think I'd look good in a miniskirt?
Yes, I do. It would go with your mini mind. Hey, Mrs. Carmichael, let's get to work, shall we?
Okay.
First, I want to dictate an inter-office memo here.
All right.
Before we start, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, I wouldn't want to bother your wife.
Oh, well, she isn't here.
Oh.
No, she's away at one of those reducing farms.
Oh, they're marvelous places. Has she lost any weight?
20 pounds.
20 pounds? That's wonderful.
Wonderful? That's just one chin. Well, I'll go and make the tea.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, let me make it.
Oh, well, now, do you know where everything is?
Sure, I've been out there lots
All
of
right,
times.
fine.
Ow!
What happened?
Oh, I just fell over that silly thing.
Are you all right?
Oh, I think so.
Well, let me help you out.
What?
Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, it's just a little...
No, don't move. Oh, we can't take any chances. I'll call my doctor.
Oh, now, I don't think that's necessary.
You let me be the judge of that. You be quiet. Don't move. Hello, Doctor? Mooney. It's been an emergency. My slipper terry affected in cell. My secretary slipped and fell, Doctor. What? Well, just a moment ago. I'll ask her. How do you feel?
Well, I'm somewhat bruised, but otherwise I'm not hurt.
Oh, she hurt her somewhat and bruised her otherwise. Will you hurry over, Doctor, at my house? All right, I'll tell her, yes. All right, Doctor, hurry up. Now, he said to sit quiet until he gets here, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be very quiet. You mustn't move. Don't move now. You be quiet. Just relax.
Hi, Lucy. Oh, hi. Come on in.
Oh, Lucy, what a beautiful room.
How
you've
about
got.
this? Look.
And a view.
Yep.
And your own television.
Yeah, what'd you bring me?
Oh, a box of candy.
Thank you.
Gee, Lucy, I've been awful worried about you.
Well, you can stop worrying. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me.
There isn't.
No. Hey!
If there's nothing wrong with you, I get first pick.
Well, may I have one piece?
Yes, I bought it for you.
Kidding, silly.
Lucy,
What?
if there's nothing wrong with you, how come you're in the hospital?
I'm here for diagnostic analysis.
Diagnostic analysis, what does that mean?
It means the doctor needs the money. Yeah, they took all kinds of x-rays and tests and found out that there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to leave today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out the bill, and they're going to bring me my release. That always takes such a long time.
Yes, in hospitals today, it takes them longer to figure out the bill than to figure out the disease. Boy, that bill must be a whopper, huh?
Well, I don't have to worry about it. Mr. Mooney said that the bank was going to take care of that.
Really?
Yeah, you know, he's been very nice. He sent me those roses.
Oh, aren't they beautiful?
Aren't they beautiful? And look, the bank sent these. Look.
Oh, isn't that nice? What kind of a settlement are they making?
Settlement.
Yeah. Oh, you've got a perfect lawsuit, accident, you know. You fell in Mr. Mooney's house while doing work for the bank.
Well, it wasn't his fault.
Well, it was his house. My cousin is a lawyer, and Lucy, he can help you with
Mary
this.
Jane, I don't want to get mixed up with any lawyers for such a little thing.
Little thing, my cousin wins thousands of dollars for clients who have much smaller cases than this.
Yeah, but I don't like to sue anybody.
At least go and discuss it with him.
I wouldn't even know what to discuss with him.
He'll tell you what your legal rights are. Now, please, for my sake, go see him.
Well, all right.
Good. I'll make an appointment for you.
Okay.
I want to see if I can find another one of those. Here you are, Mrs. Carmichael. Here's your release from the hospital.
Hello, Wallace W. Wiley, attorney at law. He's in conference. One moment, I'll buzz him.
Hello, Wallace Wiley speaking. Hello, Mary Jane. No, Mrs. Carmichael hasn't come in yet. Now, don't worry. I'll take good care of her. Look, she's in good legal hands. I intend to sue for $1 million. That's right. And I won't settle for a penny less than 1,000. Now, Mary Jane, don't worry. Don't worry. They don't call me Wiley, Wally, Wiley for nothing. Goodbye. One moment. Come in, please. Oh, that's quite all right, sir. Yes, I'm very glad you called. Oh, anytime you want my legal opinion, I'm happy to give it, sir. That's right. Yes. Oh, anytime you wish to call, please feel free to do so. Goodbye, sir. Oh, and incidentally, give my regards to Lady Bird.
Were you talking to the...
Please, that was a very confidential call.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to discuss it.
Of course.
Hotline.
Really?
Now, you are,
Lucille Carmichael, Mary Jane.
Oh, yes. Mary Jane asked me to handle your case as a favor to her.
Oh.
Well, you realize I'm a very busy man. In fact, I'm on my way now to have lunch with a Supreme Court judge.
Oh, well, I really don't want to sue anybody anyway, so let's just forget the whole thing, and I'm sorry that I troubled you.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
Well,
Justice must be done.
Oh, well, I just don't want to waste your time with such a small case.
There are no small cases, only small lawyers. Now, if you'll just sit down, we'll discuss the details, huh?
Well...
There you are. Now, as Mary Jane explained it to me... Well, I'll get the next one. Mary Jane explained to me that you were working overtime at your employer's house, is that right?
Yes.
And you tripped and you injured yourself.
Yes, that's right, but I feel fine now.
You don't feel fine now.
But I do.
Now you don't. Believe me, Mrs. Carmichael, I know much more about these things than you do. Now, this may seem like a little matter to you, but you see, actually, the pain that you feel now may recur in later years, and you should definitely be compensated legally.
But I only took a little fall.
That's the worst kind.
It is.
That's the kind of fall that we call traumatic cerebral concussion.
What does that mean?
It means you hurt your head.
Oh, well, that's not the part I fell on.
Well, you tell me in your own words exactly what happened.
All right. I was at Mr. Mooney's house, and I was taking dictation, and I just got up to make some tea, and I tripped over this ottoman, and I took a little fall.
Because Mr. Mooney pushed you.
Oh, no, he didn't push me.
Ah, see, you don't remember. It is a concussion.
I do so remember. He did not push me.
Let me ask you another question, Mrs. Carmichael. The ottoman that was in Mr. Mooney's house, does it belong to him?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Aha, then it was his fault. You see, we have a terrific case.
Well, I still don't feel that I should sue him.
We'll sue him for $1 million.
Oh, Mr. Mooney is my friend. I don't want to sue a friend. You know, money isn't everything, Mr. Wiley. $1 million? Maybe he did push me. Just a little. Yeah, it happened so fast, I'm not sure. I really don't remember.
Ha! It was a concussion. You don't remember.
Yeah, well,
it
I'm
was
not
his
sure.
ottoman. It
Yeah.
happened at his house,
Yes,
and he is definitely guilty
Well,
of contributory negligence.
Could
Now, if you will just sign this agreement, we'll start to work on the lawsuit immediately.
Yeah, well, gee, I don't know. I've been working for Mr. Mooney for a very long time, and he is my friend, and I don't think it's right to sue a friend.
Oh, I can understand how you feel, Mrs. Carmichael, and your feelings are very commendable, but we're not suing Mr. Mooney personally.
Well, this paper says we're suing him.
Mere technicality. You see, actually, you were working with Mrs. Mooney on bank's business.
Yeah.
In effect, you are suing the bank. You see, there's nothing personal about this lawsuit.
Oh, well, if there's nothing personal about it, then I'll sign it.
You made a wise decision. I'm sure that you won't regret it.
I hope not.
One small minor matter, Mrs. Carmichael.
What's that?
I am handling this case on a contingency basis, which means I get paid out of the money that you win.
Oh, that's good.
However, there are certain preliminary expenses. I'll have to have a small retainer before I begin from you.
From me?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
$1,000.
$1,000? Well, I don't have that much money.
How much do you have?
$5.
I'll take it. Get the habeas corpus drawn up, we'll have all the writs and the briefs, and in no time we'll establish the modus operandi, and we'll be all set.
Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, hi, Mary Jane. No, I haven't told Mr. Mooney yet, but I'm sure he'll understand that there's nothing personal in it. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell him as soon as he comes in. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Good morning, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, my, it is certainly nice having you back.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back.
By the way, did you get those flowers I sent you?
Oh, yes, and I must say they were beautiful.
For what they cost, they should be.
Mr. Mooney, I want to discuss something with you.
Now, look, Mrs. Carmichael, if you are worried about money being deducted from your salary for the days you missed, forget about it. You are being paid in full.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. But what I wanted to discuss...
I know. You want to thank me for being so thoughtful. Well, I feel that if I am fair to my employees, they in turn will be fair to me.
Oh, yes, sir. However,
Mrs. Carmichael, please, can we get to work? Will you get your book, please?
But, Mr. Mooney, I just have to tell you...
I don't want you to thank me anymore. I know I'm a nice guy. But it embarrasses me.
Yes, sir.
Here. Now, let's see, I have a letter here. The first letter goes to Burton and Irvine, 31 East 31st Street. Come in.
Mr. Mooney?
Yes, I'm Mr. Mooney.
Theodore J. Mooney?
Yes?
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
A summons.
Thank you.
A summons! Oh, the nerve!
Mr. Mooney.
What?
Can I take my coffee break now?
No! A stupid idiot would do a thing like this.
Sorry, sir.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you, Mr. Mooney. I was trying to explain to you it's a lawsuit because of the accident I had in your home.
You're suing me?
Yeah, but...
Oh, you ingrate! You red-headed Benedict Arnold!
Mr. Mooney, let me explain. I'm suing you in name only. There's nothing personal in it.
Oh.
You do understand, don't you?
Yes, I do. I hope you will understand that there's Nothing personal in this, either.
And what?
You're fired!
You mean I'm really fired?
Yes! You're fired! Get out! Clear out! Take it out!
And then he called me an ingrate and a red-headed ex-Benedict. And then he fired me.
Good, good.
What's good about it?
Not only can we sue him for contributory negligence, but now we've got him for libel, slander, and defamation of character.
I've never seen Mr. Mooney so mad. I thought he was going to punch me in the nose.
Oh, I wish he had. Yeah, then we could have got him for assault and battery, too.
Mr. Wiley, I'd just like to drop the whole thing.
What?
I want my job back. I can't blame Mr. Mooney for what happened. And it's wrong of me to sue a friend.
A friend, you say? You call this fiend a friend?
Well-
A man who did you bodily harm, and then he had the unmitigated gall to fire you? A woman your age?
What?
I mean, a girl who has aged beyond her tender years because of a series of unfortunate and calamitous events. He's no friend. He's a snake in the grass.
Oh.
I will drag this viper into court, and I will prove that after you gave him the best years of your life. Those were your best, weren't they? He cast you aside like an old shoe. I will prove conclusively that as a secretary to Mr. Mooney, you were loyal.
Yes.
You were hardworking.
Yes.
You were conscientious.
Yes.
You were honest.
Yes.
Competent.
You better leave that one out.
It doesn't matter when I get in the court. I'll wring that jury's heart. I will point out how this callous character cast you out into the cold, cruel world without a moment's notice. Did it bother this man that he was firing a girl who, as a result of injuries caused by his negligence, might not get another job? No, it did not.
No, it
Was he concerned that she might go homeless and hungry? No, he was not. Did it ever enter this monster's mind that this poor innocent girl would wind up an object of charity? No, it did not.
No, it did not.
Picture it, you will. Picture this poor defenseless girl with no food, no job, no home, and no one to turn to.
We'll sue the dirty rat for every cent he's worth. I'd like to
One more question. Mr. Mooney, despite the fact that my client suffered grievous injury and spent some time in the hospital, isn't it true that upon returning to work, her first day back at work, you fired her?
Well, you see, I had
Answer yes or no.
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Very well, you may step down, Mr. Mooney. Call your next witness, Mr. Wiley.
I call Lucille Carmichael.
Will Lucille Carmichael please take the stand?
Oh, she's got to be kidding.
I object to these snide remarks.
Objection sustained. Sit down. Please, let's get on with the questioning. Bailiff, will you swear the witness in, please?
Yes. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Hold it. This I've got to hear.
Mr. Mooney, go back to your tape.
Well, do you?
I do.
Proceed, Mr. Wiley.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will ask no questions of this poor innocent victim of circumstances. Just to look at her, we can all see how much she has suffered. Just look at her. Look at her. Just a few short weeks ago, she was a vibrant, beautiful, and healthy thing. And now, look at her. Look at her, I can't. I can't. I can go on, Your Honor. Your witness.
Mrs. Carmichael, what is your occupation?
I am an unemployed secretary.
And where do you live?
780 Gower Street, if I haven't been evicted.
What is your age? Mrs. Carmichael, what is your age?
31.
31. You don't look 31.
Thank you, but I'm under oath, so I have to tell the truth.
Mrs. Carmichael, you are under oath. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in the opinion of this court, any lady who is willing to admit to being over 30 must be telling the truth.
She wouldn't be telling the truth if she admitted to over 40.
It's enough out of you, Mr. Mooney. Sit down. Continue, Mr. Garfield.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, isn't it possible that your alleged injuries are being magnified in your mind?
What mind?
Mr. Mooney, I am warning you. One more such outburst from you, and I will have you physically ejected from this court. Now, sit down. Please continue.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Carmichael, how long have you worked for Mr. Mooney?
3 years.
She's been in my office 3 years. She's worked 3 days.
I warned you, eject this man.
Well, then, throw him out. What do you mean, throw me out? I'm running out. Wait a minute. Here, come on now.
Please, you can't do that to Mr. Mooney.
What do you mean I can't do it to him? He just insulted you again.
Well, I know, and that proves he's not mad at me.
What?
Well, he always yells at me and insults me. It's the only way I can tell he likes me. And if he still likes me, in spite of this phony lawsuit,
I object. Quiet, just one moment, Mrs. Carmichael. Did I hear you say phony lawsuit?
Well, yes, Your Honor. It's true that I tripped and hurt myself, but there's really nothing wrong with me now.
She's got a concussion.
Pray continue.
Yes, sir. I didn't want to sue you, Mr. Mooney, but when I heard I could collect $1 million, well, gee, I just got carried away. I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I'm willing to drop the whole lawsuit. All I want is my old job back.
I wouldn't give you your old job back if you were the
Mr.
last
Mooney,
secretary.
Please give me another chance. Please.
Well,
Please.
all right.
Oh,
But I'm going to deduct your days in court from your salary.
that's a boy. Yeah, he still likes me. Well, that takes care of everything. Thanks a lot, everybody. I got to get back to work.
Just one moment. I will tell you when you may step down. Get back up there. Sit down. You know, Mrs. Carmichael, you are very lucky that your conscience overcame your greed before you committed perjury. Therefore, this time, I will give you only a reprimand.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
But as for you, Mr. Wiley, approach the bench. You, sir, are a disgrace to the legal profession. Fortunately, attorneys of your ilk are few and far between. But I am warning you, sir. If you are ever again mixed up in such shenanigans as this, I personally will see to it that you are brought up on charges before the Bar Association.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, and I apologize publicly to the court, and I guarantee you my conduct will be impeccable in the future.
Very well. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, you may step down.
Thank you. And thank you very much, Your Honor.
Oh.
I really do appreciate it.
You pushed her! You also pushed her! Don't be hurt. You are hurt. Stay down, you terrible man. You pushed her. I'll sue for $1 million. We'll go to the Supreme Court. You're in pain. Just stay down there. Transfer your mouth. Relax. Your mouth bleed a little bit. You pushed her. We'll sue for $1 million. Just stay down there. You saw him push her.
The Lucy Show.
The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
Mr. Mooney!
In here. In here.
Oh, there you are. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mrs. Carmichael. I want to thank you for giving up your weekend to come over here and help me catch up on my work.
Well, it's a pleasure, and I think you're being very fair paying me time and a half.
Better than that, you are getting portal-to-portal pay.
Portal-to-portal pay? What does that mean?
That means that your pay begins from the time you leave home.
Oh,
And when did you leave home?
when I was 16.
I mean this morning.
Oh, I left about 8 o'clock. I wanted to do some window shopping. Mr. Mooney, do you think I'd look good in a miniskirt?
Yes, I do. It would go with your mini mind. Hey, Mrs. Carmichael, let's get to work, shall
Okay.
we? First, I want to dictate an inter-office memo here.
All right.
Before we start, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, I wouldn't want to bother your wife.
Oh, well, she isn't here.
Oh.
No, she's away at one of those reducing farms.
Oh, they're marvelous places. Has she lost any weight?
20 pounds.
20 pounds, that's wonderful.
Wonderful? That's just one chin. Well, I'll go and make the tea.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, let me make it.
Oh, well, now, do you know where everything is?
Sure,
You can
I've
find
been
it?
out there lots
All
of
right,
times.
fine.
Oh!
What happened?
Oh, I just fell over that silly thing.
Are you all right?
Oh, I think so.
Well, let me help you out.
Well,